What's up, guys? Welcome to ChatterBox with Cesar. We are recording live and we are doing our 2019 NFL mock draft. Now, this is the version 1.0. I wanted to go ahead and talk about the draft and talk about what my ideas are in regards to the draft and how I would pick if I were certain GMs of these teams. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you what the experts think. I'm gonna give you what the teams need. This should be a pretty fun experience here to try to go ahead and pick the drafts here. Now, what I would like from you guys, I would like your feedback. I would like to see what you guys think. If you agree with my picks, if you don't agree with my picks, I would love that discussion and how you would choose if you were the GM of that team or of your favorite team. I'm going to have more videos throughout. This is going to be the top 5 picks. Then we'll go 6 through 10 and so on. And they're going to see these videos being posted on a couple of days in between. So we'll definitely go ahead and just have a good discussion. All this leading up to the NFL draft on April 25th. It goes prime time, so I want you guys to go ahead and check that out. Before we dive into the draft, just want to go ahead and thank our sponsors really quick. We have Valsin Online, great source for shirts, shoes, all kinds of items you can find on there. For all of us that are listening here at ChatterBox Sports, we do have a promo code for you to get 15% off at checkout if you order. So if you use the code CBOX, get 50% off your order. Go check them out. I have the link in the description down below. All right, so let's talk NFL draft. So we got the first pick in the first round is the Arizona Cardinals. They just got a new coach, Cliff Kingsbury. He comes from Texas Tech. He's going to be running that open college open offense, man. I mean, that's the best way you can consider it. You got four receivers, moving with the quarterback. So a lot of the RPO stuff that the colleges are running at the moment. So, to me, it's a no-brainer, right? You got to go Kyler Murray. But you got to think about the fact that the Cardinals drafted Josh Rosen last year to be their number one guy. So they got that dilemma going on. And as you can see, the experts, all of them think that Kyler Murray is going to go as the first pick. The team does have a lot of needs, right? There's a lot of studs out there that they can use, especially on the defense. But honestly, I think that the Cardinals will draft Kyler Murray. So that's my first pick. Knock it in. That's what I think is going to happen. It just makes sense, man. I mean, with the type of offense that Cliff Kingsbury is going to be running, he's going to want this quarterback. Now, later on, I'll make some videos of trade possibilities, things like that. But I have Murray as my number 7th overall on my draft board. So, I mean, there's a lot of players out there that could have that could be on this defense, but I really think Kyler Murray is going to create excitement, and the Cardinals are going to create excitement in the city with this pick. So definitely a pick that's kind of meant to be, with the coach coming in, and now he's going to have a quarterback that could run his style of offense. So once again, my pick, Kyler Murray, quarterback from Oklahoma, going to the Cardinals on the very first pick. Pick number 2, we got the San Francisco 49ers coming up. So now the Niners are in a real good position because they have one of the top prospects falling to them. I mean, they really, even if Kyler Murray wasn't taken first overall, they were going to have a chance of the top prospect. So you see the needs there. I do have to mention that one of the expert picks that I usually follow, their draft techs, they actually made a trade. They are saying that the Giants are going to trade up in the draft with the Niners, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to choose Dwayne Haskins out of Ohio State. I don't know, man. That's going to be a big move. I really think that the Giants are not going to be looking to trade up to go for a quarterback that I don't feel is going to be good for them. And not just because I'm a Cowboys fan, but that trade just doesn't make sense to me. They could pick somebody on the 17th pick, which that's what I would do. And kind of, if things don't go right, then you tank for tuna. That's the theme right now. If you're gonna tank for that Alabama quarterback coming out. That's gonna be pretty much Tua gonna be the pretty much the number one pick for next year's draft. That's what a lot of experts are saying. So tank for tuna. That's what the Giants might do. But it's interesting that they mentioned that they would the Giants would trade to the number one pick, to the number two pick. But let's stick to the Niners. We're not going to trade in this draft. The Niners do have some needs, but with the second pick in the NFL draft, the Niners are going to select Nick Bosa out of Ohio State. So, man, this brings them to a pretty solid defensive line. I mean, the Niners are kind of stacking up little by little when it comes to defense. They got DeForest Buckner a couple of years back. They ended up getting Solomon Thomas in consecutive years, and then Armstead, and then they signed D Ford. So just imagine the combination of D Ford, DeForest Buckner, Solomon Thomas, and then you plug in Nick Bosa. That's going to be a line that you're going to have to that's going to be pretty that you're going to be fearing, right? So we want to make sure they want to make sure that they have that line, and if you control the trenches, you control the game. That's an old saying. So 49ers select Nick Bosa. All right, so let's go ahead and go for the third pick. This year, the Jets are pretty lucky to have this particular gentleman fall under to the third pick. As you can see, several of the experts had taken this particular pick that I'm going to provide as the second pick, but I just don't think he'll fit the Niners defensive line the way Nick Bosa does. So he comes down to the Jets. The Jets do need help on the defensive line and offensive line, but this particular pick just makes sense, man. This just makes sense. And with the third pick in the NFL draft, the Jets select Quinnen Williams. Man, this particular dude is good, man. He has the right stuff inside the middle, and if you compare the Williams guys, Quinnen Williams and Leonard Williams in the middle for the Jets, that is going to be something to watch, because quarterbacks don't like that pressure in the middle. The Cowboys did that to Drew Brees last year, and then he just attacked the middle of the defense, and he wasn't able to move around, and he's not a mobile quarterback. So just think about the quarterbacks in that division. You got Brady, he can barely move. You have Donald, well, I mean, that's the Jets quarterback, right? But you have Brady. The Miami don't even know who the hell they're going to have a quarterback next year. And the Bills, you have Josh Allen. He's a little bit of a more mobile quarterback, but if you control that middle, I mean, that's just a solid pick. A solid pick for them to be able to get. So lock it in for my third pick. And then for draft, we have Quinnen Williams coming from Alabama. All right. Next pick, we got number 4 pick in the draft, the Oakland Raiders. This is one of 3 first-round draft picks. So this is something that John Gruden's kind of been building up. He traded Khalil Mack. He traded Amari Cooper. Thankfully, he traded that to my Dallas Cowboys, and we were able to make a solid run. But yeah, he's picking up some picks, and then he got a couple of picks next year in that first round. So that'll be something definitely to keep an eye out when it comes to the Raiders getting those picks together and picking some solid young talent. So here with the pick, as you can see, the team needs for the Raiders O-line. They need an edge rusher. They need a center. which part of the online needs some quarterback help. So as you can see, the experts, a couple of them got the person that I chose as well. So I'm choosing in the fourth pick of the NFL draft. I am choosing Josh Allen. This dude from Kentucky has a motor. This dude can get after the quarterback, and that's right now what the Raiders need to replace Mac. On top of that, he's going to be way cheaper, and that's something that dang it, I lost his name. Gruden. That's something that Gruden wanted to control. He wanted to control that salary cap to be able to do that. So yeah, so this pick makes perfect sense for the Raiders to be able to pick up solid talent. This dude will be able to definitely help that D line, and he gives them an athletic edge player that they desperately need. So that's a solid pick for the Raiders, number 4. All right, so with the next pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, we got the Buccaneers. So Bucks are a hot mess, man. They got a couple of things that they definitely need. They lost a couple of key players in free agency. So as you can notice, these guys also, they need some online help. They need an edge rusher as well. And you can see the expert picks there pretty much across the board. Draft Tech has Nick Bosa falling to 5, but I don't think that's going to happen. If Nick Bosa falls to 5, there's got to be something wrong that GMs are seeing to let him slide like that, and that'll be a gift for the Bucks. But I don't think he will be there at 5. So with the 5th pick in 2019 NFL Draft, Buccaneers select Devin White. He's listed as an edge rusher, but he's also listed as a linebacker, an inside linebacker. I think that's his natural position. And the Bucs did have Buchanan in free agency, but he hasn't been the same since 2015. So that's going to be a key reason why I believe Devin White's going to be added on. Now, Quinnen Alexander, the Bucs did lose him to free agency, so they just need some talent at the linebacker position, man. And White, he has very few flaws, right? But he can locate that football, man. He can locate the football. Awesome instincts for a linebacker. If you see some of his highlights, that dude runs up and down the field. So definitely a solid pick for the Bucs at number 5. So those are the first 5 picks. I'm gonna be following up with the picks 6 through 10, and then we're gonna go 11 through 15 here shortly. We're gonna discuss all these picks. Cowboys don't pick the number 58 in the draft, so I'm gonna have to wait till the second day to talk about pick. But I'm also be putting out a video on the Cowboys, and I'm gonna be putting out a video on crazy trades that I would do as a GM. Just kind of play around with trades and how it would work and all that good stuff. So follow us if you haven't done so yet. Follow us on Facebook with ChatterBox with Cesar. On there, we'll be posting videos live. We'll be setting up all kinds of good content, music, entertainment, sports, movie trailers. We're going to be discussing all kinds of stuff, open for discussion for everybody. And also, we are going to be having our YouTube channel, so follow us up on ChatterBox with Cesar. Click the subscribe button if you like the content. We definitely appreciate you guys following us, and without you it doesn't happen. So follow us on there. Look forward to the next open discussion for the 2019 NFL Draft, and look forward to that discussion. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.